In football, providing support is vital to ensuring our team's success. This full session from the Football Hub works on providing support with movement off the ball. To begin, the coach marks out 2 lines of 3 cones approximately 10 yards apart and splits the team in half. Players start by facing their opponent and completing shuttle runs to the opposite diagonal cone, making sure not to bump into each other by keeping their head up. The coach conducts different variations of these runs, such as shuffles forward and back before introducing a ball to one team. Next, the players must pass and move the ball down the cones, working together with the player opposite them. To advance, the coach can make players move to the back of the opposite line after each round, to ensure they work with both feet. Next, players set up in a square set out by the end cones with 2 players at each cone, facing towards each other. Now, players must pass and follow the ball to the back of the opposite line. Keep groups small to minimize waiting time off the ball. To advance, players must pass and follow diagonally, ensuring they do not bump into the other team whilst running. To improve first touch and ball control, players should also receive and dribble across the box before playing a short pass and joining the back of the group. Next, the coach marks out a large boxed area of 30 by 30 meters or less, depending on the age of players. The team is split in half to compete in a 7 versus 7 possession game. Using competition to drive intensity, the coach can introduce targets for the team to reach, such as 10 successful passes without losing possession. If the team reach this, they can pick a forfeit for the opposition or score a point. The coach can use this time to work on various coaching points, such as supporting the ball and movement off the ball. Players should be encouraged to work in the full box and not just stay in one area. The coach can also introduce being a good passing option, such as making sure there is not a defender between them and the ball or showing for the ball into space to run and receive. To progress, players are moved to the outside and must work up and down their line, conducting frequent swaps with players in the middle to stay engaged. Moving on, the coach splits the grid with cones through the middle in a cross shape to create 4 smaller boxes. Depending on the number of players available, 2 floaters can be placed in the middle and can enter any box to create an attacking or defensive overload. Players compete 1v1 in their box and must make good use of the space available to them, moving to an appropriate position to support the ball. Again, quick swaps should be conducted with players on the outside to maintain engagement and intensity within the drill. Here, the coach should work on effectively losing your marker to support the ball, or if working defensively, can develop scanning and tracking techniques to intercept possession. Lastly, the coach moves play into a normal 7 versus 7 match or similar. This time should be used to assess whether coaching points have been taken on board and demonstrate in a more match-realistic situation if required. The coach should allow a period of at least 5 minutes free play with no interruptions to allow the game to flow and players to develop their new techniques. Don't forget to cool players down at the end and subscribe to thefootballhub.org for more coaching content.